Season 3, Episode 16. What's going on with you, Coach?
Coach, glad you got your full center stuff on there. You know, you the star of the show, so I'll be your help, Coach. I'll be your helper. Coach, man, it's been a great season. Before you do anything, continue on this video. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. We almost at 1,000 subscribers. We get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to pick a winner. You get a sweatshirt of your size, a t-shirt of your size, and a gift card. Might something else thrown there. Please subscribe. Get us to 1,000.
Click that button right there.
Get big things to 1K, baby. Let's go. Yeah, Coach, man, at the end of the weekend, everybody's what you will avoid out, Coach. But we made it through another weekend. You did a great job. Here's a look at some of the stuff we got to film at the state championship.
Great weekend. Kansas State did their thing, didn't they? Yes, sir, man. The first day, Friday, man, couldn't wish for nothing better, man. Great games all the way around. Man, 2 games going to overtime. One of the blocks here, extra point, so ends the game. The other one, the last play on 4th down, end of the game. Coach, it's been great. I heard me that my Eagles also. Who y'all with, baby? Boy, kind of got one for me. Coach Friday, still we take the Jinx LTA, just saying, you pick them for one thing, lose, Coach. Please don't pick them at all this year. I'll tell you what, since that game's been great, Coach. Yes, sir, the defense has been dominant all game, man. Hey, they did what they had to do. Congratulations to all the teams that's all the teams won it, Coach. Any games that really stuck out to you? Man, Friday's game was good all the way around. And Saturday, I got to give a shout out to Ashland, man. They came up there and did what they said they were supposed to do. But these players stuck out to you, like I said, you didn't get all of my top people. What player would have caught your eye? Man, Pittman, the running back for Ashland, man, he did his thing, man. He was like, also heard this the quarterback Beachwood, and he was a one-man show. Beachwood was impressive, Coach. That whole game was very impressive. They did something a lot of teams couldn't do, except for get them on LCA, and they pretty much managed it. Pretty much slow that speed that LCA had. Yeah, and LCA, and we talked about earlier on, they figured the enemy was themselves, and turnovers hurt them, I think, in that game. The Owensboro Bowling Green game, which is good we thought it would be, you know what I'm saying? So, I think Owensboro showed their defense in that game. What do you say? Yeah, man. Bowling Green, you got to give a shot to Bowling Green defense. Bowling Green defense is just dominant that game. Saying the Bowling Green quarterback wins that, man, and he just looked like he struggled a little bit. Anything else, Coach? Nah, man, we just want to thank KSSA for letting us come out here our third year on Coach. They be doing big things. I'll tell you what, man, with all the COVID stuff, it was still nice crowds everywhere on both teams. They looked good this weekend.
All right, Coach, man, it was a great weekend. That Friday night slate of the games was probably the best of the week. I'm glad it did it in 2 days, didn't spread out to Sunday. It's good to get over 2 days. By Saturday after night, you was way out, Coach. I thought I'd put you in the wheelbarrow and roll you out of there. Shout out to Dez, came in and helped out, did the camera work for us one day for you.
And to cap things off on the weekend, man, we caught up with Ashland Blazers star running back Keontae Pittman.
Not much, guys. How are you?
All right. Now, we got a little taste of the mountains when we talked to David and Daryl, and he talked about you guys and the team. And I just want to say, man, to the 47 people that stayed in Ashland, we missed them at the game, man. Everybody in Ashland was at that game, man.
Yeah.
Man, how does it feel to get that kind of support from your community, man?
Man, it's amazing. Our whole town, they all put in effort. Our mom cats, they put so much effort in to get everybody and come out and to support. When we were leaving, they had people lined up down the street all the way down to Grayson. There were people just on the side of the road congratulating us, sending us off. And on our way back, it was even crazier.
But, man, like I said, you personally had a remarkable season. Well, first of all, you all was 11-0, undefeated, state champs, 3A state champs. You had over 1,500 yards rushing, 24 touchdowns. You played yourself. You caught a few passes out, had 10 catches for 103 yards. Man, how was you so successful this season and probably in such a short amount of games?
I was taking every single game as serious as I could, knowing that I could be limited, knowing COVID could swipe our season at any time. So I was playing every single game as hard as I could, as fast as I could. I spent a ton of time this offseason getting faster and stronger. That's it. Yeah.
Quentin Baker from Ashland was another, amazing back, man. How you keep this lineage of backs? They just keep having these running backs, man. What's the secret over there?
We're a running team, man. That's all we are.
So, man, looking back on this senior season, this amazing run that you guys had, nobody, let's be honest, I don't think anybody really thought y'all would be where y'all ended up, man. What would be your most favorite moment of this season?
Everything. I can't say that we've had one bad moment this whole year. Our team has worked their tails off to get where we are this year. Not a single person believed in us. We had so many doubts at the beginning of the season. I think they said we were going to go 4-6 maybe.
Man.
Yeah, and then we come out and win a state championship. So it's just super exciting.
Now, y'all went to Belfry and took care of Belfry. I mean, that probably was outside of Franklin County beating Johnson County, probably the biggest upset of the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
You showed out, man. Tell us about that game, man.
My coach gave me a sledgehammer at the beginning of the week, and he said, I need you to change your game this week. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, you got to run like a sledgehammer this whole week. Downhill, fast running. He said, don't bounce outside. Don't anything. Hit the hole and run north. He said, don't take any other direction but run straight. So that's what I did. And I ran the most physical. I think my last 2 games were the most physical games of my career.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So you capped off your senior season with the state championship. Possible Mr. Football candidate, almost 1,600 yards rushing. What's next for you? What's your next set of goals to try to obtain?
I'm gonna try to get my body larger and faster, and when I get to college, try to start off rip.
Okay.
Get up there and start getting some playing time in.
Now, do you has being in the Army or service, is that something you kind of always wanted to do and it kind of all fell into place?
To be honest, never. I never thought or imagined I wanted to do that. But just talking to the coaches that were recruiting me from there, it's just an opportunity I can't really pass.
Oh, you got any shout outs, man? Anything you want to say?
Hey, I shout out my O-line. Them boys are crazy. Shout out the second big star on our team, JT Garrett. Our O-line, Zane and JJ, those boys are on the come up soon. Just be ready to hear those names.
All right, now let me ask you a question. Who's the heir apparent to KP? Who's your heir apparent? Who's next in line?
Like next year coming up?
Yeah.
Or is this somebody you see, like, is it a freshman on the team, somebody you like, man, this cat right here?
I'm going to get my brother nice. My little brother's a freshman this year, and he's a receiver. I'm going to put some weight on him this year and get him quick. So hopefully I can get him up there and be the next star next year.
No, Keontae, wish you the best, man. Good luck on your career from on out, man. Heck of a job on a great season. It's like a very well-spoken young man. Wish nothing but the best. Man, great interview, Keontae Pittman, man. Great young man going to Army to play football. I think folks here missed out on him. All right, man. Coach TV been working on us to get this guy on board. We got probably a local celebrity, Kash Daniel, former UK standout linebacker, former Paintsville star. He's going to join us today. Here's that interview.
Continuing our trip through the mountains, we got probably Mr. Mountain, Mr. Kash Daniels from Paintsville. Ooh, let me hold on. Mr. Kash Daniels from Paintsville, man, and UK Stardom. Man, Kash, man, coming into this playoffs, we starting to see that the mountains or Eastern Kentucky is really starting to dominate in the state championship games that they've appeared in, man. You kind of came on at the start of the Paintsville rise with Coach Cherico, man. Tell us a little bit about how things came about.
Well, like I was telling you before the show there, man, it didn't start out all sunshine and rainbows. It was like most like most success stories, it started off real dark and lonely. And my freshman year, we Coach Jericho was the defensive coordinator at the time, and Coach Runyon, our legendary high school basketball coach, was the football coach that year. And we didn't do too good, man. We had about, like I was saying, we had like 18, 19 players come out before the season. And by the time we got to the playoffs, I was telling y'all, when we played Pikeville in the first round, we had to dress hurt players because we only had like 12, 13 healthy players to play. And KHSA states you got to have dressed 15 players at least to play. And so we had at least two or three dudes up on the sideline in full pads, helmet on, everything, but leaning on each other. And one's got a boot on and the other one's in a sling. So, I mean, it was just embarrassing. But, yeah, man. And then Jericho took the head job my sophomore year, and he really turned it around. You know, he brought back, I think one of the big things that he did was that, so before Coach Runyon took over my freshman year, the head coach at the time was named Jason Kenner, and really loved football, man. And he got me in the weight room, got all my friends in the weight room. We were in middle school, and you know, he was our guy. And so we were always on his butt about always coming back to be the offense coordinator, like swallow your pride and come back and be the offense coordinator. And he did. And it was a lot for him to say, you know what, they just fired me as the head coach. I took a year off, but now these kids are wanting me to come back and, you know, help them win. So he did. And, you know, Coach Jericho allowed him to run the strength conditioning program, which I think really is what turned around Paintsville football, is that the strength and conditioning program, that when we got in the weight room and we started, you know, busting out weight and started getting bigger, faster, and stronger each and every year, you know, I think that's where you've seen improvement. And, you know, in the beginning of it, man, it wasn't like it. We had to beg kids to come in there and start working out with us. And then it just became a standard, you know, to go in there and get your work in. My sophomore year, as Jericho came in and Kenner came back and we got our strength program going, we went 8-4 that year. Like I was saying, I broke my ankle in week 2 against Pikeville, so I didn't get to experience any games after that. Then my junior year, we come back, and I think we don't go to the state semis. We go to the game before the state semis, and we win about 8-9 games that year. And then my senior year, man, was when we really, really started to come about, and we went undefeated. We went undefeated in the regular season, and unfortunately, I had an injury against Paris in the state quarterfinals that kept me sidelined against Pikeville again in the state semifinals, and they end up winning and going on to win the state championship. But then everything after that, man, you know, the Tigers have been back to 2 state championships since then. They were back last year, and you know, Pikeville put a thumping on them, but then they came back this year, you know, and got the job done. So, man, I couldn't be more proud of that group, man, and that program and what Jericho's done with it. It's definitely unreal. You know, I'm a proud alum, that's for sure.
Now, did you spend any time with them when they came up for the championship game or anything like that?
No, man. See, I was always when I got to college, I was so busy, man. You know, during football season, you can hardly keep up with, you know, hardly anything. And so, I wouldn't say I distanced myself from the program or anything like that. I mean, I always checked in and everything like that, just see how things were going. But it wasn't like it used to be. You know, I just had so much stuff going on, and so, you know, I haven't talked to the team or anything since then. So I wasn't going to, you know, mess up their mojo, you know, go and let them do their thing and, you know, just go out and worry about playing ball. And, you know, they got the job done. They didn't need me to go in there and say anything to them.
Yeah, man, you probably one of the most famous players to ever come through the University of Kentucky. Being a Kentucky kid, you know, you had offers everywhere, you had other places. What did it mean to be a Kentucky kid from the mountains, being a Kentucky fan on your life, to be able to go and play for the University of Kentucky? What did that mean for you?
Man, it's pretty special, you know, and especially when you get to look back at it after you're done playing and look at the things that you got to do and where you came from and the things that you had to do just to even have a chance to go and experience the things that you did. It was special, man. That's the only way that I could really describe it, is that it was special. And I miss every single second of it. I miss having the state across my chest. I miss wearing the blue and white. I miss grinding with Coach Ed and Coach Hill. I miss my brothers that I would go to war with, you know, on the practice field, in the weight room, you know, everything in between, man. It's just such a special opportunity for that. So many few people get to experience, and I'm just so lucky that I was, you know, one of those people that got to go in and play at a high level like we did it in the SEC.
And Cash, man, like I said, you had a lot of success through college. I believe you hit the field as a freshman, getting playing time. Had a great career. Had a few injuries here or there. Two questions. It's a two-part question. One, are you upset that you haven't got the call yet? And two, are you still wanting to get that phone call to go to the NFL?
Yeah, man, I can't. I'm not going to sit here and say that I wasn't upset when I didn't get the call, especially just because of how everything happened. I mean, it wasn't like a normal circumstance. Like, I can accept if every opportunity, I can accept being told no if I had a pro day, if COVID didn't mess everything up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can accept. I could accept them saying, hey, you just can't cut it. I can accept that, but to get gypped by an opportunity like that, it's still kind of hard for me to get over at a certain time. But at the same time, I look back and I say, man, there's a lot of other people out there though that's hurting a lot worse than you are because they're due to this thing. So, I mean, you didn't have to worry about putting food on the table for your kids or anything like that. There's people losing their jobs all over the country, and so, I mean, maybe it maybe mine short. I mean, maybe it had if I had a pro day, I could have gone in there, and I know that I could be making a special teams right now. I could be a special teams captain as a rookie right now. I know that for sure. But, man, some things just don't go your way in life. And, like my buddy Sturgill from Breathitt County saying, just life ain't fair and the world's mean. So you just got to keep on moving on.
So tell us what you're doing right now, man. How can we catch up with you now, man?
And I was this past year, I was doing some work with UK Sports Network, trying to dip my feet into the media game of football. I got to stay around it. I love it too much. It's I watch it on TV all the time. Whenever I had the WWE even call me, and we set up a Zoom meeting. I talked to them for like 45 minutes, and they were just.
Now that's hard on the body, though.
And they were just like, you'd be great at it. You got the voice, you got the athleticism, the size, and everything. I'm just like, go watch some tape and go look at there was a reason why I didn't get picked up. I mean, there's a reason why the NFL red flagged my medical records. I mean, that's what I was told anyways. I still want to get down to it because I haven't been given like a total answer of why I wasn't given a shot, but that's what I was told, was that my medical records got flagged at the last second because I had a deal worked out with my agent, and I was talking to the Saints like 5 days before the draft. And they were like, we want you, we're going to be a free agent, this, and that. And then it was the 6th round of the draft, and I get a text from the linebackers coach with the Giants. And they said, if you're still available in the 7th, we're going to take you. Get drafted in the last round.
Yeah.
And I look at their draft picks, or who has picks in the 7th round, and the Giants have 3 of them. One of them being the last pick of the draft, Mr. Irrelevant. So and the first 2 went by, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, maybe I'll get Mr. Irrelevant, like my boy Marty did here back in the day. Yeah. And then they just picked the linebacker out of Georgia. And then I just called my agent. I was like, hey, man, what the hell? And he said, listen, they red flagged your medical records. Ain't that the first thing they're supposed to do when they scout a player, is go through his medical records? I mean, but at the same time, that kind of told me that that's how low I was on those guys' totem pole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I knew going into that draft that, I wouldn't know Josh Allen. I wasn't the best player in the SEC. I wasn't even the best player on that team.
Yeah.
But, the things that I did do well was that I got guys lined up pre-snap. I made sure that they understood that we were on the same P's and Q's out there. We're on the same call. I made sure dudes were dialed in, each and every play. And, I go out there and I played my hardest. But, I mean, I knew I wasn't the most talented or anything like that. But I definitely knew that if I was given an opportunity that I could run down on kickoff and knock somebody out, I know that for sure.
So now is there a chance to be maybe Coach Daniels at Paintsville?
No, man, I couldn't deal with those kids. ain't no way. I don't have, especially just. I mean, I'm not saying that it's Paintsville in general. I'm just saying like kids these days. Like you got to be on the same brain level as me, dog, or we ain't gonna we ain't gonna mesh. Like if you don't have this mentality like I do of how I go to work every day and how I play football, me and you ain't gonna mesh, dog.
Cash, man, we appreciate sitting down with little big things Kentucky, man. We really appreciate it, man. We got to follow your career. It's been a great thing. Good to see the second kid doing good, man. I wish you get that shot the next level.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys, man.
Well, Coach, man, we come to the close of football season. Like you said when we started, it was one thing to start, but it was another thing to finish. Last week, we spoke with Commissioner Tackett. Make sure to check that episode out if you haven't already. He kind of talked about everything that went into completing this season, man. Coach, now that the season's over, just taking a quick glimpse into our crystal ball for next year, Coach. Who are your teams to watch for next year?
Hold on, Coach. Oh, my bad. Well, since this is my championship, I use my crystal ball here. Coach, I ain't gonna lie, man. Bryan Station, I'm so excited about Bryan Station, what they got coming back. Losing my guy, Gio Watson, using Brad Ferguson at the center, but I still think this is gonna be a loaded team. It's just some hearings going on. What kids may go there next year. It's gonna be exciting. I'm interested to see how Douglas is gonna be losing. The Kel Krause, Mario Warner, Darius Neal, losing Jagger. It's gonna be can they reload? Dunbar just losing one lineman. My guy, your guy,
Cole
McElroy. So, man, I'm excited about Demetrius getting a whole offseason to work with that Henry Clay team with Coach Shaw. I'm excited, Coach. But Damon Green, put that name down as a possible big things of the year, player of the year, as well as Xavier Brown.
Now, will next year be the year that Great Crossing makes up some ground on Scott County, Coach?
I think it's coming, Coach. I think it's coming. Folks is worried about this school. But it's slowly but surely. Look how the cup season they had. They closed the gap quick, Coach. I mean, they will get to 5 wins this year. That's pretty impressive.
Well, one thing to say, Big Things County is going to be exciting next year. We got LCA is definitely going to come back hungry, looking for a title. And Lexington Catholic's Jack Goldman, man, hey, look for huge things out of Catholic, man, for next season as well. And we'll have a new coach at GRC, my Cardinals. So, with Coach Lucas retired, 30 years in the coaching profession, man, from national championship in college, across the country to Kentucky. We want to say congratulations and happy retirement to Coach Lucas. Hey, next year we're going to be doing big things, baby.
Man, definitely big shout out to Coach Lucas, man. You either love or hate Coach Lucas, but Coach Lucas done a lot for a lot of programs. Brought Bryan Station back when they was down, went up to Louisville, turned the programs down there, then turned around, got GRC back on the winning ways. But, hey, good luck to you. Enjoy retirement, Coach.
Man, stay tuned. We're finna ramp up our basketball coverage as we get ready for basketball. Enjoy football. We want to say thank you to KHSAA, Mr. Joe Angola, and all of his crew and everybody there that do big things putting on these events, man. Just thank y'all, and we had a great season of football.
Man, yes, sir. We're going to take a little break here, but we'll get right back into basketball. Coach, man, we'll say thank you to everybody who supported us. Shout out to our guys at Beyond the Game, Quentin Walker, my guy Pete, and all them cats over there. LaBelle Martin, of course, our families for supporting us. Man, we almost at 1,000 subscribers, y'all. So we got something big. We got sweatshirt giveaway. We got T-shirts in there. We got gift card. Gifts to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure you share, subscribe, and like this. We almost there, Coach. The grind continues.
Yes, sir. Thanks to all our guests and everybody that supported us and came on. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, Coach.
All right. Merry Christmas to the Big Things crew. As always, there should be a living donor. I'm Coach Bew. My man, Coach TV on assignment. Coach Truck.
Peace.